Alright, so good morning. I'm back again. It's early. I'm about to hit the gym. But I told y'all I was going to do this as often as I can because I really want to make a difference, man, and stop allowing people to, play with you, with your mind, manipulate you, whatever you want to call it. So y'all going to walk with me for a little bit while prepare myself to go to this gym, because sometimes that's what helped me, going to the gym, running, right now. I dropped my other phone, but been dealing with some things in my life lately, and it's a lot of things I've been wanting to talk about and discuss. So as I said, it's truth serum, straight venom, no antidote. That's what it's gonna be. I know people ain't gonna want to hear this, and for my ladies, I'm gonna say something this morning that's probably gonna rub y'all the wrong way, but I realized it with my own mama, and then certain things that you just gotta speak on, and can't be afraid to say. Like, there's a lot of stuff in my childhood, in my past, that I used to let bother me, but as I become an adult, it ain't really much you can say to, penetrate the skin I got. So I just say that maybe I should walk toward the sun, then y'all can see me, but I can't really see the camera, so I'm gonna be squinting a little bit. I don't write this stuff down. It's not scripted. I don't have nobody telling me what to speak about, what to say. Like, honestly, I just get up and, try to clear my head a little bit, let life, take its course. But so this morning, as I get up, I drop my son off to school. Now I'm in, walking through the neighborhood, about to go to the gym. Just thought about some things, or woke up something on my mind, because a lot of our black women, I don't even want to say black women, I'm gonna just say, but it's us, it ain't nobody else. We have a tendency of doing things, following a lot of trends that, we gotta stop playing games and BSing ourselves around. So with that being said, let's see. To my women, and I don't mean mine personally, but I love all black women. So I hear y'all say things like kings and queens, and y'all say all men dogs or niggas ain't no good, and like, it's a lot of stuff y'all say, but a lot of y'all got sons, and then y'all turn around and you say, oh, my king, my upcoming prince, and all this stuff. We all want our kids to be great, be somebody, to be different. We think we want them to be different because we don't know if we want them to be different, especially to the single mothers, or the mothers who exclude the fathers, or point the finger at the fathers, or point the blame to somebody else, and the fathers who point the blame at the mothers who really don't give a damn and ain't doing nothing for their kids anyway, nor are they in their lives, but they see somebody else in their life, they want to jump in and participate, or try to make something seem like it's something it never was. A lot of that go on, but like I said, I'm gonna speak on the stuff that other people ain't gonna speak on, because I don't care. Ain't nothing, it can't stop me from saying what I'm gonna say. So I say that to say this. I don't even know if I should make it in the gym just yet, because this might get a little lengthy. I don't want it to be too long. I don't want long videos, because I want people to just hear what I'm saying. And notice I said hear what I'm saying, get to the point, so we can, we can understand each other. And I'm new to this neighborhood, so I'm looking crazy because I'm trying to figure out which way I need to go to get it in the gym. But with that being said, it's just that A lot of women, they do that. They talk down about the black man or the young men, but then they got kids, and their kids are kings and queens, but they came from possibly peasants or people who carry themselves less than. And I say peasants, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. But you get my drift. And you sit around here and you parade around, but you miss the tendencies of your father a deadbeat or a slacker, or they are what they are, and you do that and don't give no credit to, like I told y'all, I'm new to this neighborhood. I don't even know how to get in the gate, so I'm trying to see if it's possible for me to get in the gate. I'm sorry. We're gonna do real life today. This how I do. I live for real. I don't live in the we ain't playing. So they have a tendency of doing things like that, and then wondering why our kids are doing certain things. Like I said, if you talk right, you learn right, you do right. That's what possibility and hope is, that we do that. However, there are lots of, okay, I don't want to disrupt nobody's workout, so I'm gonna talk to y'all for a few minutes, and then I'm gonna go back in here and get my workout on. So I'm gonna go by the pool side real quick, and I'm gonna sit out here for a few seconds and talk to y'all, because, you know, just make all the most sense. Damn, this stuff probably wet. It's alright. Sit on the edge of this right here. So, matter of fact, I ain't got no problem with sitting close to the ground. Damn, I done dropped my phone twice. Alright, so this is what we're gonna do. You can't walk around and call your child a king. We want them to be great, but we don't want to be lying to them. So what gets me is all niggas ain't no good, or all men dogs. So how you raising a king if we all ain't no good and we all dogs? That don't really make sense. So why don't you just take the dog you got, treat him like a dog, raise him like a dog, or a no good nigga, because you already know they pappy a no good nigga, or men, since we think all women hoes, or none of them are no good, we got daughters. Why don't we just take our daughters, raise them like hoes, raise them like bitches, treat them like whatever you say all women are, and maybe we'll get somewhere. I know what we'll get, but maybe it'll make something a little easier. I'm being real silly right now, because ain't no way in hell I'm gonna take my daughters and raise them like hoes, knowing that I can't even say that about their mama. You understand what I'm saying? So you know what you got when you got it. You knew the type of person, or you knew the caliber of person that you was fucking with when you start fucking with them. There's no way that all men are dogs or no good. And don't get on here talking about something, oh, well, I know my son a king because of this, or I know my daughter, she a queen because of... Not true. Half of us don't carry ourselves as kings or queens, because if we did, we would know what royalty was before we even started acting the way we did. If you go back and read or look up any history about any king or queen, the behavior patterns that a lot of us have, none of them would be king-like or queen-like, first of all. And I say that to say this. Women have sons, right? And I'm focused a little on women, but I ain't gonna shade nobody. So our young men, we want to be kings, we want to be great. For some reason, society has remolded that, changed that through our music, television, and we can't just blame it on them, because us as parents, some of us, mainly women, we allow it. Y'all allow it because you'll take your child or your son knowing that he's not your man, and you try to make him be your man, whether he's 10, 12, like 14 or whatever. You take that child and you put so much pressure on them, and you try to squeeze the love out of them that you want from another companion. The first thing you do wrong is you take this child and you put him in a position where he shouldn't be, where he don't belong. Because first he has to learn how to be a child. Because I was a child, I played as a child. When I became a man, I put away childish things. None of these young men have been able to become men, so they play games and they fuck around and they do stuff that is unorthodox to society or to the way people may think. My daughter calling me, or mama calling me. I know because she's about to go to school, so I should be picking up, but I'm going to give it a few minutes. I'm going to call back. She'll understand when I get back to her. So now, and you put them in positions to where they shouldn't be, because they can't handle that kind of pressure. Women need to be responsible for their own mess-ups, for their own situations. You don't take a child and y'all, oh, that's my man. Well, I'm the only one he got. And you like smother their life with your bullshit. I haven't met a man that has done that yet. But if you are out there doing that to your daughters, throwing all your issues on top of them and making them, is totally unfair. My daughters are not my women, but they are my babies, and I love my daughters with everything in me. I do anything for my daughters, for my kids. But it's one thing that you got to understand. If you do a child like that, and then you turn around and wonder why he falls for certain type of women, or why, it's because of you. Wondering why your child get mistreated, it's because of you. Because you have put so much pressure on them as a child to become grown. They never learned how to become a man, so they don't know how to deal with responsibilities and certain problems. If you walking around here and your child is your man, remember this, that everybody is raised to a certain caliber. And when they get older, by the time I was 16, I love my mother. She wasn't really in my life a lot, but I still love my mother. I never looked for a woman like my mother. I never looked for a girl like my mama. None of that. I didn't do that. But I can honestly tell you that with a lot of things that I've learned from my mother, or saw my mother do, or saw things that happened in my life, gave me a different perspective or concept of women. And I never was really able to trust women. I don't trust women like that, or to that perspective caliber, but I understand that everybody have a life to live. What you as mothers need to do, and as fathers, is realize that your kids have a life to live. So once they get to a certain age, by the time I was 16, my mother was not the main attraction, or she was not my main objective. Like, everything I did was not just for my mother, because I was trying to do other things, like live. So when you taking your son and you go, oh, that's my man, no, he's not. And I wish you stop putting him in these situations, or putting your daughter's man in these situations, because you're not their man, you're not their only man, and by the time they get to a certain age, you ain't gonna be the man or the woman. And you should understand that, because you should never dull your child's life to live yours or to make life for you better. That's something that you shouldn't do. I've already made a promise to my daughters and my sons that I wouldn't dull their happiness for my own. Meaning that I wouldn't go and smother them knowing that they have to grow up as well with my love or my life, trying to keep them from experiencing life, just to make my life better. Because I like them in my presence, because I love the way they make me feel. Because you heard me say on my introduction video that my daughter has no idea of how they make me feel when they're around me, because they do. I love their energy. I love the way they love me. But I know that the love ain't gonna fade, but it's gonna change, because something in them is gonna change. Their feelings and emotions are gonna get entwined in someone else or something else, and they're gonna want to do those things that make them happy too. But if you take that away from them, then you're part of the problem. So you can't get a king out of a peasant, because we know that peasants were not royalty. They couldn't become kings and queens. Queens had it a little different. They could possibly be snatched up and bought in, but the road was rough. It wasn't easy. So my thing to y'all this morning is, don't perpetuate certain ideas to kids and then wonder why certain things don't work with them or why it's not clicking. You're taking their life away from them. You're sucking the life out of them by trying to make them the life of you. They have a life of their own. So if you don't learn anything or hear anything I say, give your kids a break. Allow them to live. Think about what they want to do. Think about how they have to face problems and situations in life. And stop thinking about yourself. So, to all these trending kings and queens, and it's not against anybody. I'm not bashing anybody. All of you are not royalty. Some of you never were royalty. Some of you can't even begin to be royalty because your behavior does not line up with royalty. It doesn't fit the criteria of the person that you are. Change doesn't come because you change scenery. It comes because something changes in you, because you change. So understand that because you leave and go somewhere else doesn't change anything. It just changes the scenery. Here in Orlando, Florida, you got certain neighborhoods and areas where we go that there's a lot of killing, a lot of drugs, if you're used to that and you deal with that, you can go to any other state, city in the world and you'll go right back to the same environment because nothing's changed with you. You just change scenery. It's who you are. So change something about yourself. Change changes when you change. You can sit in front of the TV, hit the remote, you changing the channel. You take the remote with you and leave, what happened to the TV? Channel stay the same. That remote ain't gonna work nowhere else. The scenery gonna be different, but the remote ain't gonna work. So you didn't change the channel, you didn't change the TV, you changed the scenery. The person left the area, changed what was going on. No, it didn't. It just changed the scenery. So change something about the way you treat your kids or the things you do with your kids. The way you smother them and steal their life. If you're gonna raise a king, change the way you raise your child. Allow him to know how to treat a woman or how to treat people or be respectful to people. They don't value life. Don't teach your daughters how to be sluts, or don't teach them you teach them how to twerk and you think that's cute. You show them things that they probably shouldn't learn at an early age. And then when they get older, you wonder, well, I don't know how they turned out like that. I did everything I could. No, you didn't. Change something about you and what you do, and things will be different. Because if they see it, they do it. That's what they're taught. That's what they learn. That's what they do. So, like I said, I don't want to make the videos long, man. I really don't want them to be too long. But, you know, I hope I can help somebody this morning. The next video is going to be probably a little more drastic. That was just on my mind this morning, that we tend to give an illusion, of people are delusional about things that goes on in life, and the reality of it is they don't face the truth. The truth is, a lot of people that grew up or was raised with me, your parents dropped the ball. It's just simple. My mother dropped the ball. My father dropped the ball. They didn't do what they were supposed to. They didn't stand in the way that they should have. They weren't firm and stable in their mind or in their doing. So it allowed me to, in the beginning, I did a lot of stuff. Like I used to just get girls and dump them and sleep with girls and walk away like no problem. That's stuff that I was taught young though. Yeah. And I'm a king. Believe that. Oh. No, I'm just playing. But I know I'm great. You should know that you are too. No matter what you go through, but you got to change something about you. Face the reality and the truth about you. Running don't change it. Lying don't fix it. So, let's go out and be great today. Do something different. There's more coming. I got a lot of stuff that I'm holding in because I don't really want to say nothing. That's why you keep hearing me reference certain things. But I'm going to tell y'all a little more about me as the videos continue. So, I might come back to the same video and expound a little more on it. But I want to go in the gym and I don't want to make this video too long. Alright, so to all my venom biters, truth seekers, y'all have a blessed day, man.